宇宙を変えるものじゃ。
Fairy Tail was one of the better shonens I watched. It knew what it wanted to be, and it did what it set out to do. Tell a generic heroes win the day story whilst having some of the hottest shonen girls around, and having an absolute banger of an OST while doing it. Eden Zero, Hiro Mashima's newest work, seems to be doing things the same, but differently at the same time. While the core ideology of heroes win the day and a dude and a girl and a cat go on an adventure is pretty much the same, it definitely mixes things up in regards to the story elements and the enemies, at least so far, around like 10 episodes in. Having characters that look the same as characters from the previous series, because of the same art style, act as villains is amusing in its own way, but you also have things like time travel seamlessly introduced, and honestly, out of everything I've watched, it's probably, ironically, it had the best explanation for time travel I've seen yet in an anime. There's not much to comment on in regards to the main characters, or most of the ones you've seen so far, because well, they're pretty much carbon copies of the ones from Fairy Tail. But having the new MC be a shitbag YouTuber who will do anything for views is a great, refreshing take, especially when you know the trials and tribulations of creating videos.
結構再生数いけるんじゃない？サムネで釣る感じね。
The OST itself is also weaker, with like one good song that they play over and over again and only really in sad quote-unquote scenes, with the rest being pretty forgettable. The animation, however, is a lot cleaner than Fairy Tail's. That show had to go through like 3 different studios by the time it had ended. It's not anything spectacular, but by Fairy Tail's previous standards, it's downright amazing. It's more accurate to say that this has the potential to be better than Fairy Tail, because so far, that's all it's really shown and has yet to prove anything. Still, just like Fairy Tail, it's an interesting watch and an interesting read if you want to read the manga instead, which personally I would recommend because his manga almost always have more fanservice shots, and let's be honest, that's what most of us are watching the show for. So check out either the anime or the manga if you enjoyed Fairy Tail. And if you didn't like Fairy Tail, well, then I guess you just have shit taste. I mean, like, god damn. Just look at this art and these girls. I mean, can you even begin to compare this to anything else? Like, holy shit, bro. The tits on Erza and Lucy, man. The daimi. It's all just crazy, and I really love it. And honestly, I don't know if there'd ever be anything better in this world. Like, oh my god. Like, there needs to be, honestly, there needs to be more hentai of Fairy Tail and Eden Zero, I swear. Especially Fairy Tail. Come on, give me some more of that Erza shit.